keep the history interesting, always listen to the chapter or read the chapter like a new episodes. So we were on names and dates. The early history of man is marked by different stage. We may divide the prehistoric times. What is the prehistoric times? When we study about the early men into 4 stages. But here in this class, we will talk only about 3 stages. That is Paleolithic age or Stone age, Mesolithic age or Middle Stone age, and then comes the Neolithic age or Middle Stone age, right? So now we talk about the Paleolithic age, that is also known as a Stone age. Today in this class, we will only study about the Paleolithic age, that is a Stone age, and in the next class we will cover rest too, that is Mesolithic and Neolithic age. This long stretch of time, this Paleolithic age was very long. It had like longer period of time, and it was very difficult to study it in one go. That is why historians divided it into the lower Paleolithic age, middle Paleolithic age, and upper Paleolithic age. In this age, man was called a food gatherer or a hunter-gatherer. This was the age when man used stone tools which were rough and unfinished. So children, can you see in this picture? A lot of people, they are like, you can see all the stones all over this area. It is the time when people were trying to find out different kind of stone tools which they can use. This was the age when men used stone tools which were rough and were unfinished. They could not make it in a proper finished style of tools. They were little rough. Now children, I think this Paleolithic age is very clear to you. But now one by one we will study each and everything of the Paleolithic age, that we can say the conclusion of this whole chapter. So when we talk about the conclusion, first we talk about the Paleolithic era. This Paleolithic age, this age is also known as an Old Stone age. Human beings use stone tools for hunting and gathering. These hunters-gatherers moved from place to place in search of food, water and shelter. I am talking about the Paleolithic era, right? So in Paleolithic era, first of all, we are talking about the human beings who use stone tools for hunting and gathering, and they used to move from place to place in search of food, water and shelter. And children, at this time, a lot of cave paintings were also found. And if we talk about the science and technology, there were no science and technology. Basically, they used to make only the stone tools and uses of rocks, right? And then if we talk about people of the Paleolithic age, they lived in caves, out in open, on treetops, in rock shelters. So what were the places where they used to live? Caves, in the open, treetops, or in rock shelters. There is one example given in your book. A picture is also given there of Bhimbetka caves, where these early people used to live. They survived by hunting animals, birds and fish, as well as by gathering fruits, nuts, leaves and stalks. And children, all these people always lived in groups. They never lived alone, like 1 or 2 people. No, never, because it was very dangerous. Wild animals were there. Alone, they would not be able to catch those wild animals. So they always lived in groups, as it helped them to hunt large animals and to share food. It also provided security against certain dangers. So what were the dangers? Like suppose some wild animal attacked on them. So now there were many people who together could save each other. A single person would have got killed by these animals. Similarly, if they have to move together, hunt together, even whatever they hunt, they share it among them. So it was very important for them to live in a group. That was a very important part of the Paleolithic age. Now children comes this Paleolithic age, as I have discussed earlier also, it is the longest period of the Stone Age. Therefore, we have divided it into Lower Paleolithic, Middle Paleolithic and Upper Paleolithic. So, till here, I think it is very much clear to everybody. So, now we go to Paleolithic tools, which were very important because this was a Stone Age. So, we called all these stone tools as a Paleolithic tools. Can you see this? This tool? See the shape? This was a chopper for them. Can you see this tool? This was the hand axe for them. These were the cleaver. This stone was widely used material for making tools and weapons by the hunters and gatherers. They also used wood, bones, and animal horns for making tools. These tools were used for cutting meat from bones, to scrape bark, trees and hides from animals, and for chopping fruits and roots. So all these were happening in which period, children? Which period? Paleolithic period. And again I am asking you, Paleolithic period was divided into how many parts? Anyone? Yes, Upper Paleolithic period, Middle Paleolithic period and Lower Paleolithic periods. Now, when we are talking about the Paleolithic tool, I explained you earlier also. These tools were very crude. Very crude means very basic, and were made of flint. Flint is a small hard stone which chips easily. Like some stones were so hard that these people were not able to chip them without any tools. So it means they had to use some stones which they could chip easily, which were made of flint. Such tools have been found near the river beds. These people generally live near the river beds. Stone tools were again of two kinds, core tools and flake tools. Which were the two kinds? Core tools and flake tools. Now I will explain you about the core tools. They were made by chipping off pieces from chunks of rocks or pebbles. They were usually oval or like this, pear shaped. Can you see this? And oval is like, you know the oval shape? See. This is the oval shape. This is the pear shape. They were probably used for cutting trees and digging out roots and tubers from the earth. See, here they are using it to dig it, right? And now comes the flake tools. Which are the other one? Flake tools. Flake tools were made from the sharp pieces or flakes that broke off while making core tools. Like when I told you, they used to sharpen the tool like a pencil. So flakes broke off from the main stone, and these flakes were also pointed. So they used that flakes also for chopping meat and skinning animals. You can see the picture here of the flakes. Can you see these pointed pictures? See these flakes, can you see? These are very pointed. Chopping meat, because they used to eat the raw meat. So they had to break them into small pieces. So they use these kind of tools for chopping the meat, right? And now skinning animals means again to take out the hide from the animal body. So these are the very important things. Now children, I told you that they invented fire at that time, which was one of the greatest and most important discoveries of the Paleolithic age. As I told you, traces of ash have been found at some Paleolithic sites. Which site I talked about? Yes, Kurnool, which led us to the conclusion that human beings had learned how to make fire during the Paleolithic age. Now the question comes, what are the uses of fire? I give you 2 minutes, just 1 or 2 minutes to think about the uses of fire. Then we will discuss it together. Yes, what are the uses of fire? Yes, number 1, as you can see in this picture, to roast, to cook their food, which earlier they were not doing. When it was very cold, this fire used to give them heat. They did not feel cold because of this fire. And here they used to make some paintings in the caves. So this fire give them light. And children, one very important is this fire scared away the wild animals. Animals are very afraid of fire. So if they, like in the night, these wild animals could not attack them if the fire was there. Otherwise, they would have attacked them. So the fire became a very useful thing for these early men. So children, see, in this chapter, as you have seen till now, that these people were hunters and gatherers, right? And slowly, they learned how to hunt animals, how to eat these animals. Then they learned how to collect the fruits from the trees. Then they knew how to eat the seeds also, how to move from one place to another place. Slowly they learned how to make these dresses, the clothes which they wear out of animal hides or from the bark of the tree. So whenever you are not able to do something, like suppose I give you one small example, not exactly the same but little small example. Suppose you want to eat some snacks and they are your favorite snacks. You are eating them since morning. So what your mother is like doing, she generally hide them at some place so that you should not eat them like continue for the whole day, because it's not good for the health. But now mother is not at home and you want to eat it, and you know it is lying in the cupboard which is little higher, you cannot reach that cupboard. What will you do? You will bring one chair. You will keep small stool on it. Still, if you are not able to reach it, you will bring some more higher chair or a stair or a small stool, so that you can climb on it and can take out the things. So now your need, you want to eat something, that made you think that how to get those snacks from the almirah. So thinking worked in you, right? Similarly, I can give you one funny example also. Sometimes few children, they don't do their homework. So they are very sweet, very nice children, and a teacher asks them. Now they are a little afraid that if they will speak truth, that I forget to do the homework, teacher will scold me in front of the whole class. So what do they do really? Yes, yeah, they make some stories. Ma'am, yesterday my stomach was it was paining, I had a headache, or we went for a marriage. Ma'am, I slept earlier, light was not there. So you think and you bring out so many excuses to convince teacher that why you were not able to do the homework, right? So here also these people were facing so many difficulties which made them think They were intelligent, they had brain, so they saw whatever they saw, from that they learned, and from their learning they invented lot of things, and from those inventions till now we are using those inventions. And children, that is called growth. So it is very important to be vigilant, to see what is happening, and for that you have to read more books also, right children? So these things, because of these things, fire came into existence. Later on we'll study about the wheel also. Stone tools, like in Paleolithic period, the stone tools were very like raw, crude. But when we'll study about the Mesolithic period, Neolithic period, because in the next class we'll study about that, you will see that how with the passage of time the stone tools changed. More finished stone tools came into existence, and even earlier, as I told you, they were living in the open, on a tree top or in some caves. But how with the passage of time they learn to live in the huts, right? So in the next classes we'll study about them. Now it is time for the task. Go through the PPT thoroughly. Read pages 5th, 6th and 7th of the chapter attentively. Do read the pages which you have studied earlier also. Do question number 1 and question number 3 of the assignment. And we will do one worksheet also. It's a very easy worksheet. If you have read the chapter, you will be able to do it. Right, children? So these are the few things which we have done today. So children, read nicely, be attentive, look at those PPTs again and again, listen to the lecture. These lectures are with you. You can listen to them anytime. So read them, listen to them. Okay, so see you in the next class tomorrow. Bye and take care.